So we are making creamy vanilla cake recipe. Okay, this is our ingredients already pre-measured. Okay, you must have watched the first video where I showed you how to measure your ingredients properly. So if you are using if you are doing it manually, it will still give you the same result. If you are using a hand mixer or a stand mixer, it will still give you the same result. For want of time, that's why I'm using a hand mixer. Okay, so just follow me carefully and you will get the same result. Pardon me, my hand mixer has only one side working, but it's still fine. Okay, so here we are going to cream our butter like it is written, just as it is written in your book. Cream your butter till fluffy. So here we go. So in between, while you cream, you scrape down your bowl so that you will get everything together and cream, especially when you are doing, well, even if it's large quantity, you still have to scrape down your bowl. So as you cream, scrape down your bowl, cream, scrape down your bowl till you get the desired result. Okay, at this point I'm adding in my sugar. I've already told you it's pre-measured. I like to do this. I like to always cream my butter a little before adding my sugar because it gives me a perfect work. So here we are. How you would check if it's ready is fetch it, and if it doesn't drop by itself, that means you have more creaming to do. Okay, but if you fetch it and it drops by itself, so I would just cream it a little more before adding my egg. You also notice that our butter is double inside. Our butter and sugar is double the size of the butter we used in the first place. Let's add in our flavor. I'll be using vanilla and butterscotch. I'll be using half teaspoon of both flavors. I like mixing my flavors. So half teaspoon vanilla, so we continue creaming. So you would need to be patient with this process and make sure you get a fluffy butter and sugar before adding in your eggs. Please be patient. So we're adding our eggs bit by bit. So I'll be adding in my baking powder and baking soda to the flour. Please, I know you know already that this flour is sifted. So this is baking powder, baking soda. Mix it. So also at this point, you would want to preheat your oven. Put on your oven, whether you're using oven or you're using pot, whatever you're using to bake, you should preheat it because you are almost done and your oven should be hot by now. I'm using a pot, and I want to show you how it's done. So I'm going to be using my pot to bake. So this is my pot and this is salt. I've used this salt before and it's still fine. I can still use it again. So just spread your salt evenly inside the pot and then use any metal you have. Okay, this is the only thing I can find around me, so I'm just going to put them. You are doing this so that your pan will not directly sit on the pot or on the salt. Okay, in place of salt, other people use sand. Okay, so if you want to use sand, it's fine, but you have to be very, very careful so that the sand will not. Let's finish baking. So we're going to be adding our flour bit by bit, and please mix on low heat so that you don't over mix. So at this point, I'm going to finish it up with my spatula so that I don't over mix. Please make sure your spatula gets to the base of your bowl. If you are making a larger batch, it means you have to use a bigger spatula so that you will get to mix everything. Okay, so at this point we are going to add our milk. This is my buttermilk. If you check this buttermilk, you would see something like lumps inside. Okay, it is because I mixed my milk with lemon. This is lemon. Okay, I used, because I still need the zest, which I will still add. This is lemon. Okay, so just squeeze out the lemon juice and use it. I'll still show you how to make your buttermilk, but this is our buttermilk, and just measure it. This is what we need. Add it to your mixture. See what we have. Lush batter. So just mix it carefully, gradually, until everything is well combined. Smooth and well combined. That is what you are looking for. I'm going to add, this is lemon zest. I'm just going to add it. This is totally optional. In fact, when you check the recipe I gave you, it's not inside, but I like the flavor it gives. Aside the fact that it's a natural preservative, I also like the flavor it gives to my cake. So just make sure you are done mixing everything before the lemon zest, so that the lemon zest will not be like lumps. You'll be sure that there is no lumps before adding your lemon zest. So this is what we have. This is our, so I will just transfer this to my baking pan. My baking pan, line it with butter and dust it with flour, then transfer your butter in it. My baking pan is 6 inches. Okay, notice that my butter is too much inside this pan, so I reduced it to, this is 6 inches. This is a bento cake. So the reason why I'm giving room at the middle is because I want an even baking. Okay, first you heat it to remove air bubbles, then I'll give it this, just so that I have an even baking. So, and then I'll go ahead to cover it with a foil paper. This is just to trap the heat and allow it bake properly. So let's bake. Our pot is very hot, very, very hot now. So put in your cake water, cover it up and adjust your heat. I timed my cake for 30 to 35 minutes. Okay, this one that I put first. So after 30 minutes, I had started perceiving the aroma, so I let it sit for another 5 minutes. Now let's check it. Okay, yes, oh my god. So I'm using a knife to check it. So insert your knife in, or a skewer. If it comes out clean, your cake is ready. So we take it off the heat. So this is what we have. Our cakes are properly cooled, just 10 minutes, not too cold, not too warm. So let's remove it from the pan and wrap it. So just run your knife, your palette knife. If you don't have a palette knife, you can use a knife that is not sharp. Run it through the edges. Okay, the edges, run it through, then you see the reason why you need to line your pan very well. Now see our cake, so moist. Lovely. Okay, so let's just wrap it up. This is cling film. You are wrapping this to retain the freshness of your cakes in case you are not using it immediately. Okay, so make sure everywhere is sealed, closed. So yeah, great. So we'll do this for our bento cake as well. Run your knife through, then release it. Okay, still going to wrap it as well. So do you also notice the volume we got from just half of our measurement? This is a bento cake, okay, and this is a 1 layer 6-inch cake, okay.